Hi everybody, it's Kiara. How are you? It's been about 2 weeks since I've been here, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a bit. Hadn't done a lot of stuff. I did make some pillows for Easter. But hadn't really done anything. Last week I came in and I starched the fabric for the Make-A-Wish quilt that Fat Quarter Shop does, and it's with Camille Ross-Skelly's fabric. I just wanted to find a, okay, this is what it'll look like. So I did month 1, and then today I finished it up this morning, and then I starched my fabric for month 2. Month 2 doesn't start till June, but I figured I would get it ready because it was fairly easy to do, and what I thought is that maybe if I get a chance, I'll start doing round 2. It's, let me just show you, do this. It's just things, and it's a small, and it's actually a really easy quilt. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I don't think I've ever finished one, but I have another quilt. Sorry, my dogs are barking. They're in because they were barking at the neighbors. So let me show you what I did. This is month 1. It's primarily a half square triangle, so it's really easy. And as you go out, they get bigger. This was 4.5 and 6.5, and for the 4.5, I used triangles on a roll. So it went super quick. I need to get a hanger to put this on because I'm not going to work on it for a while, so I want to hang it up. Then I had loaded a quilt onto Miss Moxie. The other day, she's sitting there. I'm using a different kind of batting. It's a little bit cheaper, but it's a polyester. I don't usually use polyester, so I wanted to give it a try. And I have to order some 80/20 and some cotton. I would love to use bamboo more often because I have a quilt with bamboo and I love it, but it's really expensive. And we're going into the summer and I don't work during the summer, so it means I don't get paid during the summer. So I'm gonna try this and see how I like it. I don't wash my quilts super a lot, and this is what I'm quilting is one of the Pat Sloan quilts from a couple of years ago. It's all Disney fabric, and scraps I had has Lori Holt, Tanya Whalen, Walmart. It's got everything in it. So I'm going to quilt that. I have really pretty variegated floss I'm going to use for that. And then when I get this one off, I have 2 more quilts I want to quilt. And I'm trying, since Joann's closed, I used to get a lot of backing from Joann's. I'd buy flannel from them for a really 108 flannel, 108 90-inch flannel for a really reasonable price. Or I just buy 108 backings from it, and they were decent. They worked, no problem. And I'm not a big fan of piecing my backing, but one of the backings I bought, I love it, and so I'm gonna piece it, and it's a real nice quality. This is the one that I'm gonna piece, and it's going to go for my chicken salad Lori Holt quilt, which is all scraps too. So isn't that going to look nice as the backing? I don't know what I'm doing for the binding yet, but I'm sure I can find something that's in here. And this is another one that's got all sorts of fabrics in it. It's got Walmart fabrics. It's got Lori Holt. It's got Riley Blake. It's got Moda. It's got, I even think there might be some art gallery in here. So I'm going to piece the back for this because I just thought it would go so well. This was just a regular fabric from Hobby Lobby. I'm giving it a try. We don't really sleep with our quilts. We use our quilts, but we don't sleep with them. Some are for display, some are. So I just really liked this. So that's going to be the backing for that. And then I bought, my daughter fell in love with this fabric and I like it too. And if I like this fabric, I can see it. It's 108 backing, and I can see this being used on a lot of quilt backs. This is it. I made my daughter a pillow out of it. This is the pillow front and I just quilted it for her. Okay, and this is gonna go on my, this is actually gonna be the next quilt I quilt after the one that's on there. This is gonna go on my Sweet Land of Liberty from the Liberty box from last year from Pack Quarter Shop. But I love this backing. It's such a neutral. I had played around with getting this one professionally long-armed, and then I was like, I have a long arm. Yeah, I can only do certain motifs, but oh well. One of my goals is to get better at long arming. So those are my things for my long arm that I want to get done. I would like to get those both done by the end of May, along with the one that's on Miss Moxie. I'm going to actually wind bobbins in a little bit for the quilt that's on there. And that actually has a Joann's back that I really like. I'm very sad that Joann's closed because I really liked their 108. And I used to buy these backpacks, three yard 108 fabrics from Keepsakes, I think it was. But they haven't had any really nice ones that I like. So I try to look out for sales on 108s. I'm not a fan I know I can piece it back. I just don't like to do it. It's just one of those things. It's just easy to throw 108 on there and I'm done. So what else is going on? I'm way behind on Grandma's Kitchen. I actually printed out all the patterns and was like deriving a plan of how to go about it. And I have no idea where any of my patterns are for Grandma's Kitchen except block 15 and block 18. So block 15 and block 18 might be what's getting done. And I'm kind of blah on some of my quilt alongs, so I'm wanting to start a lot of things. That's why I did the red, white, and bang quilt a couple weeks ago that I'm not even sure I really like. Did I show you my red, white, and bang? Yeah, I did, because I was in the last one. So the other thing is I'm going to cut out two Millie's dresses to work on and get that one moving again. I just haven't wanted to do anything. But I saw this quilt that the Fat Quarter Shop's going to be doing. It's a quilt along. It starts May 19th. It's the Strippy Spools quilt along. So what you're all going to do is you're going to help me decide what fabric for my spools and what fabric for my background. I discovered I have an entire bin of background, and I usually buy it in 3 yards, so I will have enough. And then I found this was for a sew sampler box, and I never made the project because I don't know where I put the pattern. It's for this one. I actually have it sitting here. This was from, what month was this? This was May of 2024. And I know I have this pattern somewhere. I just don't know where. It's for this one, which I really liked. And I had every intention of making it. And I was actually digging around because I was going to make this instead. But they are doing the Strippy spools with the Camille Ross Kelly Summertime that I just showed you. I don't want to quilt. I don't like making multiple quilts out of the same fabric line, but I wanted to do the Make-A-Wish quilt because it matches a quilt I made with Bonnie and Camille fabric years ago, a Pat Sloan sampler. So I was like, oh, well, this will go tie in really good. And if I don't want to put all my patriotic out right away, I'll have these two quilts and they can bounce off each other. But I love this Strippy spools and I kind of want to hang it in here. And this has some of my favorite, I love blues of all shades. So I was like, that'll work. So let me cut this open so I can show you, because I'm actually going to starch this all. So I pulled a couple of fabrics that I had enough. I have to have a yard of the accent, and I'm trying not to buy anything. So this would be utilizing one of my things. So it needs 21. So there should be enough in here. So it's pretty. I like it. So let me show you the three fabrics. These are actually all, and I kind of like these because they have a little bit of sparkle. They're all 100% cotton. They're Michael Miller fabrics. They're all part of the Fairy Frost line. So I have this one, which would look really good, I think. It's more tealy than it's showing. That's showing really aqua-y. It's more in the greeny family. So I have this one. And then I have a gray, which I kind of like. I kind of like this gray. And I think that's good. And I like as the different colors are on it, it comes different. So I may actually use this gray one. It's probably the front runner. And then this is, see, okay. So this is a blue, and this is an aqua-y, tealy, and this is a light blue, like a Cinderella blue. And then I have the blue, but I think the blue is not the right for this. If you have a different idea, let me know. But the blue is not my favorite. And then I have this one. This is kind of, it's a funky color. It's green with yellows in it. And it has a sheen in it. So it's, if you see it like sparkling, and I kind of like this. I may go totally crazy and use this one. And actually I have the most of this one. So if I make a mistake, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I was watching a video with Kimberly Jolly, and if you want to do this pattern was a downloadable pattern from, okay, I can go put those back, from Fat Quarter Shop. It was $9.95, and it came with 2 sizes, so that's really great. So this is the quilt. It comes in a lap size and a twin, and I'm making the lap size. I did play around with the twin, but I was like, I want to hang it on my wall. So, and I'm really trying to hang a couple things in here. Okay, so the lap is 53.5 by 66.5 inches. And I will probably, well, since I'm not going to use it to sleep on, so I'll probably keep it this size. The only thing I might do slightly different is I may put a slightly wider border around the outside, because the outside border is 2.5. So I may put a 3-inch border around it. That way it, I have just a little bit extra. So, okay, so we've got decided on those. Now, I'm thinking for this, I am not a huge fan of white backgrounds. Don't ask me why I have all these white backgrounds. Probably because I see Kimberly and she always does these white backgrounds, and I buy the white backgrounds, and then I'm like, I'll be at the quilt store and I'll be like, oh, I really like this like brush stroke pink, or this brush stroke yellow, or the brush stroke blue. So I'm just like, and I do them in super pale, but I just think they're a little bit more forgiving and if you display. So I have this one that I bought to use for something else, and it'll go. It's a little bit of a brush stroke. What is this? I wonder if this says what it is on it. I don't think I bought this at the quilt. Oh, yes, I did. This is a Robert Kaufman. I bet you this is similar to the one I'm using on one of my, this is a Robert Kaufman. And what is this? Oh, and this is a Wyndham Fabrics. Okay. Then I have this one, and it's got a little bit, it's a white on white, like florally. It's not doing anything. This is a Bella Solid, I bet, but it's too yellowy. That's not enough of that. Then I have this. It'll work, I think. Can't use that one because I know I don't have enough of it. Don't have enough of this. So I mean, I could, oh, this one might be enough. I have this one. I think I'm going to line it. This one's a little bit natural. Okay, this is a keepsake. Okay, this is a Joanne background. It's like a paisley. I think I know which one I'm going to use. I'll show you in a second. I already showed it to you. But looking at the rest of these are smaller pieces. Yeah. So what I'm going to use, and this is probably a Marshall's Dry Goods, and I just have to measure it. It's this one. It's a white on natural. Let's see. Let's see. No, I'm not. This is only 2 yards and I need 2 1/4. 2 1/4. So nope, can't use that because it's not big enough. All right, so what we will use, okay, so I'm either gonna, let's see if this one's big enough. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. It is a white on white with a little swirl on it. I don't think you can see. Oh yeah, maybe you can pick it up a little bit there. So that's what I'm gonna use. And that dry brush one can go in here. So then I have to get a box and that one's done. So that is what I'm going to do. The other thing I should do is I should cut out a couple more blocks for my what is it? A couple more blocks for my Designer Mystery 2024 because Designer Mystery 2025 starts next month, and I bought that one and finished. I bought that one because it's Yoder. It's really why. So all that's going to be starch, and I got to put it in a project box. So that's Strippy Spools. If you want to join me, I'm going to do something I never do with this because this is all straight line quilting. I am going to cut out all the jelly roll and everything I need to do the blocks. And that way I can just go through and do it. And they're starting it on May 19th, and every week you're supposed to make 2 of the spool blocks. So if I get on it, I can do it. So there's that. Okay, I gotta put that bin back. I gotta put those back. I don't want to put that in there. So let me show you the tiny bit of haul I got. The tiny bit. I bought the Quilties for the Americana line. I buy these and I never do them, but this one I did, and eventually I'm going to do it. I don't know when. And then my sew sampler came. There are a couple really, really cute things here. The pattern is really cute. I like it. I might make it. How much? 2 3/4 yards for the small, 52 and a 52. 3 1/4 for the border in the background. I have a couple bolts that I have over here that I can do that. And then I do like the fabric. It's 5-inch strips of Raspberry Summer. I don't know if I'm going to make that quilt or for Jolly Bar Day. Next week they're doing Jolly Bar Day. I have Jolly Bars, so, and I think they're releasing a new quilt pattern, so I don't know. And then we got the first block of the new Sew Sampler exclusive thing. The only thing I'm not happy about is they didn't release the fabric requirements. Now, I'm probably going to do scrappy, but I wish at the very least that they had released how much background you need. I am not a big fan of mixing and matching background. I don't know why. White on white is white. If they're all from the same manufacturer, it really doesn't matter. But this looks like a really cute block. So I'm going to go see what I have in my stash to, I have all kinds of fabric scraps, so I can do that. And then I did like this product, and I think I already took something else out of here. Let me see. Oh, I don't even have the card in here anymore because I played with this. I don't know. But I'm going to actually, oh, there's the card. What did I take something out of here? I might have already taken something out of here. Oh yeah, it's over here. There was a thing of thread that I just put over there. Oh, and needles, and I used the needles because I broke a needle today. I really like this. These are fabric labeled sticker packs. So you can write down what you're using, and I kind of like that. So like if I starch something, I can write it down. it's really good. It says the name collection. These are really cute. I'm gonna actually keep those and take those out. I'm actually gonna take everything out of this box because I don't need this box. Yeah. So that's what's going on here. And I really like this, so that'll go into. What I've been doing is if I think that I'm going with my sew sampler boxes, if I'm not going to make the pattern, I just put the pattern on the side. So like if I ever need a pattern, because what I can do here, even if I don't make this pattern, these blocks are, let me see, how big do the blocks measure? Okay, these blocks are 16.5 by 16.5. So say I made a bunch of 16.5-inch blocks, I could just use this setting. So I'm going to just like put my patterns on the side. So then if I'm ever looking for a setting I have with these patterns, I can just flip through. A lot of times that's what I use Lori Holt's books for. Like her Farm Girl vintage book and all those. She makes 12.5-inch blocks. I have a lot of, I do a lot of things with 12.5-inch blocks. So there's that. I have to sneeze, I think. Maybe not. Okay, so I think I'm gonna cut this block out. I think I'm gonna cut out, I had starched some of my fabric for Designer Mystery. I think I'm gonna cut one of those out because I have block 9, 10, and I think I just paid for 11, or 11 just came. So I'm gonna work on those. Start trying to bring up things, and I'm gonna cut out a Millie's dresser too because I would like to move that along because I really love that quilt, because that's another one I would like to hang up in here. So I'm not really buying anything. I do need to go to my quilt store because I need to purchase a couple, like some 3 yards of different backgrounds, because that's what I'm going to try to limit myself to this summer, only buying backgrounds or batting. I have enough fabric and things and to go through. And actually I was looking, I used to pre-order a lot of stuff from the Fat Quarter Shop. I think I only have like half a page of pre-order, and two of them are the mystery quilts, the winter mystery quilt and the Halloween mystery quilt they do over the summer. And Pat Sloan's fabric coming out, I like, so I pre-ordered that. So that's all. I'm doing really good with like staying. I have fabric. I mean, you just saw the fabric I just showed you. Okay, the Michael Miller, that's from when I used to do clothes, do dresses and stuff like this. So I have a lot of it. Yeah, it's pre-washed, so what I do is I starch it and I make sure that I'm using it with starched fabric, so it works. So I'm gonna go starch this jelly roll, get it drying so I can start cutting out. I'm gonna cut out this, so maybe I'll do that. And I have some DAR stuff to do. Yeah, DAR is slowly taking over my life again. I liked being registrar, but it's okay. It'll work out. I have a great team, so I really can't say anything. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wind, my son is sleeping, so maybe I'll wind my bobbins and start working on the quilt on the long arm. Because I'm just doing meandering, I put some 90s country or old vintage country on, and usually start with Delta Dawn or Lori Morgan's, shoot, I can't think of it. A Lori Morgan song. Or a good one that I do a lot too is, I do Patti Loveless. I can't think of the song names. My mind just went whoop. Oh, and Suds in the Bucket by Sarah Evans is a good one. I usually start with something like that and just keep going. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Fishing in the Dark is another one I love to start with. You gotta have those songs that you can sing to. 90s country is perfect for it. Or even older country. So I'm excited about the quilt I have on Miss Moxie. I can't wait to show it to you finished, so I might start that. But that's all I've got. Family's good. We're heading into my crazy month of May. It's the last month of school, and I actually had to take 3 days off. One was to go to Texas because my baby girl's graduating with her master's, and then I have a DAR meeting I have to go to. But and my little is graduating from the 5th grade, and we're able to go to that ceremony. So we're kind of excited. We've got a lot going on. I hope you're all good. As school gets out, I will probably be around a little bit more. I'm still cross-stitching. I actually was pulling out stuff to cross-stitch, and that'll be fun. I did a little bit of cleaning. I used to have a big pile of quilting fabric behind me, and I moved it out of the way. So that's all that's going on, and I'll talk to you all soon, and have a great day. Bye.